Hi, everybody. It's Sarah, and I'm back today with another book video for you. And today I'm going to talk to you about the new releases that I'm excited for in February. So I did this in January, just kind of talked about new releases. And I think that really works because what I've noticed is I definitely read the new releases that I plan on reading because I'm excited about them. Some of these books have been saved in my TBR lists on Amazon for months at a time. So, of course, I'm going to read them. But what I found out about my reading kind of habits is in between these releases, I'll sometimes just like pick up books that get recommended to me. So there's a lot of like times I can't really plan in what I'm going to read. And so I don't like to lie to y'all. So I'm going to tell you the truth. And that just means I'm going to talk to you about the books that I for sure will be reading in February. And this month, it's kind of slim. There's really only about 6 books that I have in my TBR that are new release. Well, one of them's already released, but anyway, we'll get into it. So hope you're liking this video kind of content. Like, hit subscribe. Let me know in the comments about kind of things that you'd like to start seeing. If you have any questions about any books, I've read over 500 books in the last 3 years. So I can definitely, make some recommendations outside of what you see on these videos. And if there's anything that you want me to review, let me know. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? So the first book that we're going to talk about is Through the Glen by Samantha Young. This is book 3 in the Highland series. Now, this book follows Theo and Sarah. So we've met Theo and Sarah in the last book, Among the Heather. I think it was Among the Heather. Anyway, so Theo is a Hollywood screenwriter. He's a Brit, but he's a Hollywood screenwriter. And Sarah is a shy housemaid at the Ardnach estate. Now, turns out Sarah is also a secret author whose books are bestsellers. And so I think she just gets to a point with her, like her releases and her success that she can quit the estate. And so in her last day, she shares who she is with Theo. And she does it on purpose because she wants to adapt her work to television. And she really thinks that he can help her do it. So he does. So, they get to know each other doing that. Now, you guys, this is all from the blurb because this releases February 1st. I haven't read it. I don't know, there's no reviews, so it hasn't released yet. So this is all information I'm gathering from the blurb. But one thing I'll say about this series is that there's probably going to be some element of suspense in the story. I just don't know, like, the type of suspense it could be. Just based on the characters, I have no idea what the suspense is going to kind of boil down to. It really could be anything. It could be having something to do with her family, because in the last book, her grandfather passed away, I think, and it was like she was very torn up about it, and her brother was like off the rails about it. I don't know. It was all a little vague because that book I didn't like so much. And the thing about this series that I need to be open with you guys is that it's really hit or miss. So this is book 3, and the first book was good. I think I gave that one like 3.5 or 4 stars. And then the second book, I think it was either 2.5 or 3 stars. The second book just annoyed me. So hopefully this one's better. Obviously the author's writing, is good enough. I'm going to keep going, but I'm kind of reserving judgment on, like, I'm not like really excited. I'm interested in it. So we'll see how it goes. So then the next book releasing in February that I really want to read is called Vicious Seduction by Jill Ramsower. This is book 4 in the Byrne Brothers series. Now, this book follows Oren and Lena. This is a forced fake engagement mafia story. So Oren is part of an organized crime family in New York. They're Irish. So if you've watched any of my other videos that talk about mafia and organized crime, you know that I only really refer to Italian mafia as mafia and everything else is organized crime. Like I'm some sort of purist or something. But anyway, so she's forced into a fake engagement with him. Like his wife, he was married to some woman who had been she had double crossed him with a rival family. And he's no longer married. And for some reason, just there's like always like fighting between the families. She is a pawn that he's going to use against some other family. Now I don't remember exactly what it is. The third book came out a while ago, so I don't remember. But these are interesting. Like these books are pretty, the pace is pretty good. It's pretty steamy. The kind of suspense is interesting. It's a little grittier. So I do like the series and I'm looking forward to it, even if I don't totally remember what their kind of arrangement is. I'm excited for it. So that comes out February 8th. Okay. Then the next book on my TBR is When Stars Rise by Emery Rose. This is the Lost Stars series, book 5. This also releases February 8th. Okay, so the first week of February is going to be interesting for me. This follows Noah McAllister, who's an extreme athlete. And then the heroine, I don't remember. I don't know if we were introduced to her ever. This might be a completely new heroine. I read When Wrecked Meets Ruined when it came out, I think a year and change ago. I think it came out in 2022. So this one's like we've had a bit of a wait for this one. So it got some distance. I don't quite remember, but I do remember really liking When Wrecked Meets Ruined. And I do really like Emery Rose. So since I finished When Wrecked Meets Ruined, which is book 4 in the Lost Star series, and we're talking about book 5. So, okay. So in between book 4 and then this book 5, I actually read Love and Chaos, that series by Emery Rose, which I really enjoyed. It had a 5-star read for me. It was Wilder Love, Sweet Chaos, and Until August. Those books, I thought they were great. So I really like this author's writing. So I'm really excited for this story, even though like the McAllister is all about the McAllister family. We have some distance from it. So for me, right? So anyway, I'm excited. So we'll talk about it in my wrap up. Okay, so then the next book is 1111 by Michalea something. Michalea Smeltzer. This is currently out. It came out in January at some time. Yeah, it came out in January. So this is Leah and Reed's story. This is a reverse age gap story. So Leah is newly divorced and she moves after her divorce is final. And when she gets to wherever she's going, she has a one-night stand with Reed. She doesn't think she's going to see him again, but she does. And when she does, it turns out he's the son of a guy that she's on a date with. Drums. So much drama. So there apparently is an 11-year age gap. She's 32, he's 21. So apparently I read some of the reviews and the number 11 starts to take on some significance in the story. So hence the title 1111, which everybody knows is a lucky number. Whenever it turns 1111, you make a wish. So hopefully, hopefully this book is, something to wish upon. Now, this would be my first Michalea Smeltzer book. I haven't read anything from her, even though she's very well recommended. So I'm looking forward to that. So then the next book is Stand to Defend by Sloane St. James. This is book 4 in the Lakes Hockey series. This comes out February 12th. So if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I've reviewed all of the 3 previous Lakes Hockey books in the last 6 months. Really, really enjoyed it. I think this is the author's debut series. Super, super amazing. So the first book in the series I thought was good, but they've gotten better. So I'm hopeful this is no different. This is Camden and Jordana's story. So we know Camden as Banks because his last name is Teller, and he comes from money. But anyway, so this story is an ex's best friend trope. So Jordana is engaged to somebody who turns out to be Banks's best friend. Turns out he's not a nice guy, and Jordana comes running to Banks for some help to kind of get away from him. So they, it's like some sort of fake arrangement, or he's going to protect her some way. And then their story goes from there. So if it's anything like the other books, there's going to be, again, some element of suspense or some tension that'll make it really interesting. Beyond just, it's not going to be a rom-com. But I'm excited. I do like this series, so we'll see what happens. And then finally, the book that I'm really excited for this month is actually supposed to come out in January. So hopefully it comes out in February, is The Pucking Wrong Date by C.R. Jane. This is book 3 in the Pucking Wrong series. This fellow's Walker, and he has been described as a Disney prince. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but the thing about this, I'm going to say it anyway, so there's light spoilers in this video. I'll put it kind of in the intro. These guys are all stalkers. So there's not a blurb. The kind of, I think the heroine, or like the object of his desire, was like introduced to us a little bit in book 2, but I don't think that she knows that she's the object of his desire. So I think this series, the books have been really good. The second one was my favorite so far. I mean, there's just 2 so far, but they've been a little bit bananas. So I really enjoyed them. So we'll see about that. So those are the new releases. Now let's talk about some other books that I plan on finishing in February. So you guys, I'm still reading The Lovely Return by Carian Cole. I don't know why I'm resisting it. The writing's good. I really like her writing. Super interesting. Everybody that Mary from More to Mary, she says it's the best book of 2023. So I'm not sure why I'm not sitting down and devouring it, but I'm going through it kind of slowly, but I do plan on finishing it. I'm also reading The Tallest Tower by Emilia Finn. I'll give you my thoughts on that with the wrap up, but I'm not going to finish it in January, so I'll finish it in February and talk about it. So far, that looking like it's just 8 books. We'll see. Hopefully it's more than that. But February is a short month, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of a break. So that's it. That's what I got for February. I'm looking forward to kind of giving you all the download, the highs, the lows, in my wrap up video at the end of February. So until then, have a fabulous, day, week, month, kind of whatever. Be fabulous. And we'll talk soon. Bye.